Hi, this is Scott Marshburn with Ecabinets Tips and Tricks. The other day I had a question from one of my viewers. Keith asked me if I've ever drawn a column similar to this one right here. Well, actually, I have not. I did tell him that I have actually drawn a beaded column, half-round column that was straight. He wanted to know if I had a video on how I did that one. Well, I didn't have a video, but now I do. Here's the actual column right here, and this is 2 inches wide by 1 inch high. I have not ever got around to putting a base on this or a top, so if anyone has any suggestions that they would like to see, what type of top or base they would like to see on this column, post it in the comment section below and I'll be more than glad to see what I can come up with. But for now, let me show you how I made this. What this is an actual back off of a cabinet, and I told it to use a 1 inch thick sheet stock material, and I've got it set to be 2 inches wide by 1 inch deep and 30 inches high. What I had to do was create a cutter to get this profile on here. Let me show you how I done that. I'm going to go into the shape manager here, and I'm going to make sure I've got snap on, and what I've got is I got my grid settings set to 1 inch and my snap set to 1 inch. I'm just going to draw a quick rectangle that is 2 inches by 1 inch. What I'm going to do next is turn snap off. I want this cutter to actually be about an 1/8 inch wider and an 1/8 inch higher than what I need, but I'm going to keep this rectangle in here for now. I'm going to offset these lines by 1/8 inch. So offset that one and that one and that one. Now I'm not actually going to need this bottom line right here, so I'm going to delete it. I'm going to go ahead and extend these and trim them. So trim 2 entities. Now I'm going to turn snap back on and make an arc, 3-point arc. I'll click on that line, that one, and that one. Now I need to offset that by the radius that I want my beads to be, and that's 3/16. So I'm going to offset, and I want to actually move it 3/16 of an inch in that direction there. Now I'm done with these, so I can delete them. What I need next is a series of lines that I can use as guides to position some circles that I want to put on here. So I'm going to turn snap back on for now. I'm going to start my line right here. First thing I want to do is angle snap here. Okay, I'm going to turn angle snap back on, and I've got it set to be 22.5 degrees. So I'll create my first line right there, and I'm going to turn snap off. I'm going to create another line from this point right here. I have object snap on, so it's going to snap to that line right there. And I'm going to come up to here and just let it snap to 22.5. So I'm going to draw my next line. Just let it go over. And I'm going to keep doing that till I get all the way across to the very bottom. Right there. I'm going to come back up here and start again. And notice how I've got my lines past that arc there. We're going to trim those in just a minute. What I'm going to do is trim one entity, and I'm going to trim this line to that arc. Now I can get rid of my arc. I don't need it anymore. And start putting my circles in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn snap back on. I'm going to create a circle, and I'm going to snap it right there in the center, and I'm going to tell it to have a 3/16 radius. And there's that circle. So I'm going to turn snap off and make sure I've got object snap on, and I'm going to go ahead and just select single. I'm going to select my circle, and I'm going to move. I want to copy and OK, and I'm going to make sure that it's asking for enter the point to translate from, and I want to go from 0, 0 and enter. And it wants to know where to go to, and I want to go to the end of this line, and since I have object snap turned on, it should snap to the end of that line right there. I'm going to hit escape and select my circle again, and I'm just going to repeat this process for each of those lines. Click on move, make sure I got copy selected, 0, 0, enter, and to that next line. I'm going to go ahead and do this for all these lines, and then I'll be right back with you to finish this thing up. Now, I'm done with this circle, so I can delete it. And I can also delete these lines. So I'm going to delete inside intercept window and get rid of all these lines. Now I need to trim these. So I'm going to click on trim one, and I'm going to trim this one to that one, and then I'm going to come right here and trim that one to that one. And just keep repeating this. Now you can see that did something right there. Trimmed it right there, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and trim that one right there, and I can extend this, okay? So I'm going to extend it. I'm going to go 1/16, and I'm going to trim it again. Go ahead and trim that one to there, and that one done the same thing. So I'm going to extend it till it passes through there. Trim that one to there. That one needs to be done too. And trim. And go ahead and trim that one to right there. Let's work on this side. And I got this left over. I'm going to go ahead and put a line right here and trim that. I'm just going to trim that line to right there and that one to right there. I need another line right here to create our closed contour. And I'm going to go ahead and extend this one out just in case it's not intersecting. And trim 2 this time. I'm going to trim you to there. And there you go. Now there's our outline of our cutter. What I want to do now is just put a slight fillet in here. Now if you want to leave these sharp, just tell the fillet to be 0. But I want to make sure that they are actually intersecting and we're creating a closed contour. And honestly, I think a little fillet there actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to go 1/32 and OK. And I can click on this side and that side, and there's my fillet. I'm going to go through and get all these. Now, that's our cutter. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Create Tool icon, and hopefully we got a closed contour, and we do. So next, and I can set a diameter of 2 inches if I want to, and save this in my custom tools. Now I can also save this as a XT file. If I click close, it's going to prompt me. I've already done that, so I'm just going to say no. And I'm going to delete the profile off of this. And we can take it back into the part editor and put the profile on it. I'm going to go into the contour mode. I'm going to create edges, and I'm going to offset this line right here by 1 inch. Okay, we're using a center line, so I'm just going to move that line. Now I can delete the lines we do not need. Now, just for insurance purposes, I'm going to extend this line out by about 1/4 inch, just to make sure our cutter clears our part there. Click on my profile icon there, select single, and select my line and next. Select my tool and view. Now I need to plunge that. I'm going to set that to be -1 inch, and OK. So there's our column there. And let's go back to main, see what it looks like. And that's it right there. So, I guess what I'll be doing in another video, if you guys give me some ideas, I can put a top on here and a base. I'm just curious of what you guys would like to see. So be sure to leave it in the comment section. And hey, if this video helped you out, how about give me a thumbs up? And make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can get all my latest tips and tricks. And as always, thank you for watching and have a good day.